doing a second video on this topic of people who have talking about Freud-based theories about schizophrenia and my own extrapolation from that about people, from what I see. Because I think that we're just seeing like a national mental health crisis where a lot of people are actually schizophrenic in the original definition, maybe even goes beyond what Freud was even trying to say. But Freud had a little bit of insight, but I have to say, I don't think he was godly. I don't think he was biblical based. He's not dealing with the soul, that we need to deal with our sin issues, our evil. We need to deal with our evil before God to be well. And he's not dealing with that. And I think a lot of psychiatry is the same way, psychology and psychiatry. They're not dealing with that. They're not people who can make you well. But he had the word schizophrenia, I'm just looking at the meaning of it now, is actually schism. Schism and phrenia are both Greek words. Schism meaning split, phrenia meaning mind in Greek. And the word schism is actually also is related to, it has to do with any kind of split of any kind. And it was used a lot for talking about a split in a church, and in a more metaphorical way. But it's actually, you look at synonyms, it has to do with anything having to do with separation or split. And scissors seems to have the same base, because scissors obviously create a split or separation. So he had this theory, he had theories, and he used split mind for his theories, and a lot of his theories I think are just really out there. For one, he would see all kind of subliminal things, like subliminal sexual things or homosexual things, which I think have prevailed today, that people think that people, all they are made of is these subliminal sexual things, because he dwelt on that a lot. He had really weird ideas, super ego, id, and how these related to each other. I don't agree with his theories, and that dreams are always telling something about your subconscious. I believe the devil invades your dreams. Your dreams are invaded by evil. I don't believe your dreams are always releasing something about your subconscious. Sometimes God speaks to you in your dreams, like Joseph. God spoke to him to leave and go to Egypt when they were in the barn where Jesus had been born, and in Bethlehem, and he warned him through a dream. I mean, dreams can be all kind of different things. Dreams, like I've heard people say, pizza dreams, that they can come from that you just ate pizza and it causes you to dream, But anyway, so he had these theories, but I'm saying, just taking from his theory, the word split mind, I see people having a split mind because they're evil, and they have sin, and they have evil they don't want to deal with, and so they split off, they morph, they split off and become two minds. They become this other person to themselves, to everyone else, so that they don't, that their real self, the wrong self that does not want to deal with it, does not want to go before God, does not want redemption, so that person is not shamed by people or identified by people, so that people can't see what they are, so they can operate secretly, so that they never have to deal with that. They don't ever want to tell anyone and confess to anyone. Where, for us who want the light, who want life, confession is one of the most wonderful things, that we can go to people and confess. I think I'm having a problem with this. Can we pray about it? They don't want that. And so I think Judas was someone like this, who he was pretending. So they become pretenders. They become pretenders who pretend to believe in Christianity. And as this guy Maugham, Maugham, who wrote about hypocrisy, said, the hypocrite he ends up lying with sincerity, because he actually believes he is what he says he is. And I think they do end up lying to themselves, as they're so complicated that they are this other person, and this other person becomes someone that the devil can access, and the devil can inhabit, and the devil can use. and it almost all just goes on, just kind of beyond their control. It gets beyond their control, and they find themselves that they're suddenly they're being used by the devil. He's coming through them, but they they keep lying to themselves because they think they're this other person. They're extremely complicated, and I see it a lot in the West. I see it a lot in Europeans and Caucasians. Not that it doesn't exist in other people, but especially see it in the West in Caucasians.